This is a movie!
Keep repeating. It's only a movie. Only a movie. Only a movie.
I love movies. Gosh, I love movies.
Listen to the Matt and Mark Movie Show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the return of the Matt and Mark Movie Show. We were gone last week because I was sick. And so I had it real bad, dude. I had the death flu.
That's how I know shit's bad when Matt posts on Instagram that he's sick.
That I'm sick.
Not on his personal page, on the podcast.
On the podcast page, it's like raising the flag at half-mast. You're like, they're fucked. They need help bad. I did need help bad.
Oh no, a black and white photo.
It was misery. I'm back. I'm alive. And I didn't really know what to review this week. So you guys are going to notice that the format of this episode is a little different. It's not quite a get wrecked, but it kind of is. So I think this is what we're going to do. We're just going to kind of have a loose format this week where Mark and I catch up about stuff we've been watching.
Ooh, good.
And just catch up and just hang out, and that's it. I think we'll get back to business next week where we review like a movie. But that means for Patreon people, if you're listening, you and the main people are going to get the same show this week because it's kind of a giant get wrecked. But you know what? For branding and confusion purposes, Patreon. That's right. It's called Crossing the Streams. It's called Crossing the Streams, and it's something new, and it's basically an excuse for Mark and I to shoot the shit. And not just have to recommend things we like, just talk about things we've been watching. And if it sucks, who cares? We could do that. I have a question for you, since I've been gone. Mark, have you seen Bad Boys Ride or Die yet?
I'm waiting to see it with my brother. Plus, I'm also on a huge work project, so I've just basically been working. I'm
going to tell you, I also have not seen it. I have not seen it yet. Because I've been sick. So I'm like, I can't go to the goddamn theater.
But doesn't it feel like because we're in too late now? We missed all the premium theaters, I think.
Oh, the premiums are gone because Inside Out 2 took over all those theaters. The premiums are gone. But now I'm trying to decide, am I going, because I want to support the movie because we love Bad Boys, and as our patrons, as our patrons know, we actually we've rewatched and talked about all three Bad Boys movies.
Yeah, we got prepped.
I want to support them. I want to even if I don't go see it in the theater, here's what I'm thinking. Tell me this isn't like first world fucking shenanigans. I'm going to buy a ticket, even if I don't go see it in the theater, because I want to support the movie. Because I'm going to tell you where I'm kind of leaning. I'm leaning kind of just waiting to watch it at home. Is that bad?
Really? You know what's crazy? This one looks like it's bigger than the previous one.
Yes. And the previous one, we were kind of lukewarm on.
Too with it. Yeah.
For Life? Yeah, we were both a little lukewarm on it.
It's entertaining. I don't know. You rewatched it recently, right? It's like it is part of the franchise and it fits in.
And there's some fun shit in it. It's just when you're coming off the heights of Bad Boys 1 and 2, nothing comes close, dude.
2 is insane.
Even a regular hot dog will feel like a burnt hot dog on Mark's Google Maps reviews.
But doesn't it feel like the best sequences from the entire franchise, regardless of how many they make, will always be in Bad Boys 2?
They will always come from 2. They will always come from 2. Although I will go to bat for the ending of Bad Boys 1 as being just a fucking, like a Michael Bay stunt show. It is so fun. There's like exploding balls of fire in an airplane hangar and people are dying. Then there's like a race to get to like this one small partition 2 sports cars can make. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, okay, so neither of us have seen Bad Boys, so we're not going to talk about Bad Boys Ride or Die. Mark, have you seen Inside Out 2?
No, I haven't. Like I said, I have not been to the theaters. And I know Kevin had a nice post about supporting theaters, and I feel so bad.
Yeah. Did he really? Was he like,
he had like a really
go to
nice
the movies?
Impassioned plea, I think because of what was happening with Alamo Drafthouse down in Texas.
Oh, yeah, that's fucked.
Which is really sad. So And I was
Not
like,
only
I'm gonna
that,
go
now,
see Bad Boys 2 in the theaters, and I didn't. I apologize.
not only did speaking of Alamo, we love Alamo on this show. Not only did a few of their theaters that were independently owned, their franchises shut down, Sony came in and bought Alamo Drafthouse. Do you know that? Sony Pictures?
That's crazy. Yeah, you sent us a
Yeah, but
text.
now people are nervous that, like, does that mean that the Alamo is going to change? That, like, are they going to prioritize Sony movies? Are they going to stop doing fun things like movie parties or Terror Tuesday, Weird Wednesday? These are screening series.
Think about it this way: you have the entire back catalog of Sony Pictures to
That's
show
true.
now, too. So
I am
and
inclined.
they can form partnerships and do stuff. I mean, think about it this way. This is how I think about it. When you sent it to me, I was like, Sony. If you recall, the AMC theaters that used to be a Lowe's used to be a Sony theater originally, and that's how we got that big ass IMAX theater in New York City. So I'm all for Sony, man. Bring them on board. Maybe they'll do
Okay.
crazier shit because I think that's how they'll compete. I mean, if you have a streaming platform, I think you know how Netflix has the Paris theater. It's like it's perfect for them. You know.
All right, you're making me feel a little better about it because I was like, man, a studio hasn't owned a movie theater in a really long time. And I just don't know that Sony would be the studio that I would think would be like a brand match. Not to sound too corporate douchey on you guys, but like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I just don't know that these two flavors go
PowerPoint
together.
presentation pops up.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what? I haven't seen Inside Out 2 either. But you know who has? Our friend
Yeah.
Jeff from The Love of Cinema. And he left us a really long voicemail about it. And I think maybe just synergistically, corporate word there too. Synergistically, maybe it might make the most sense to hear Jeff's voicemail right now instead of waiting.
Yeah, let's
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff from The Love of Cinema. Take it away, Jeff.
Hey, Matt and Mark, this is Jeff from the Love of Cinema podcast. Long time no voicemail.
Yeah, what
we're
the
off
fuck,
this
Jeff?
week, so I need to rant about something. I have a gripe. I'm gonna set the 1 minute gripe timer from our show. No, I'm not. I'm gonna fucking go off. I saw Inside Out 2, and I thought it was really, really great. Really great. I was really, really happy with it. I don't know if you're Inside Out fans. It's a strange premise, but God,
Let me pause this. I am an Inside Out fan. I like how did Jeff fall down the stairs at that point? Did you hear that? It sounded like he fell. I like
He's,
Inside Out.
crashing his car in the shit.
Mm-hmm. Jeff got turned inside out when he fell down those stairs. Do you like Inside Out, Mark?
I was okay with it.
I liked
it's okay. I've seen it once, and then I should probably rewatch it, and then I can probably.
I'm gonna tell you, I want to see part 2. I want to see part 2.
strange premise, but God,
There.
drop my phone. But God, it just works. You know, not something I want to see every week. You know, it's not. But I loved it, and I loved my rewatch. Saw it too, and it's so wonderful, so charming. Here's my gripe. First of all the trailers beforehand, I look fucking torturous. They look just awful. Like, what is with plots taking over movies? Every single movie, it's like this plot, and then this happened, and then this. And it's like, I feel like nobody has anything to say. So we're just animating the fuck out of these ridiculous plots. And if I was a kid, I would also grow up angry and anxious. Speaking of anxious, so this takes place Inside Out 2 largely right before Riley goes to high school. She's going to be in high school. And the whole first movie is about childhood and emotions and development and such.
Mark has no idea what you're talking about.
So she's going to high school, and here's the idea. She needs to...
Mark, high school is a place where you score drugs in between going to geometry class.
She needs to figure out who she is ahead of high school.
You eat a hot dog, you can't leave a bad review because that's the only hot dog you're going to get.
Other people will like heading into high school. Completely driven by anxiety. New emotion. In this small little period of time, showing how in teenagers...
I want to tell you something that happened to me in high school really quick. This is a true fucking story. And I'm going to fucking drop this guy's real name because he is a scumbag. Dude. I went to an all-boys Catholic school. You know this. It was a little like prison, okay? Because every guy wears the same uniform. And it's a bunch of dudes who are either bald or have crew cuts. because you're not allowed to have long hair or anything. So it really does feel like the prison planet in Alien 3. That was my high school, okay?
Damn.
Okay, so then when you have like boys who are around each other, they're gonna get bored, right? They're either gonna fight, they're gonna start some shit, they're gonna do weird shit, right? Or you can be cool and just smoke some weed and get into film and just ignore everybody, which is kind of what I tried to do, right? One day in class, dude, this is a true fucking thing that happened to me. This kid sat behind me. His name was I dropped his full fucking name. His family owned a local restaurant, delicious restaurant. I'm not going to name drop the restaurant because I actually like the restaurant. He drops his pencil or so. I hear a pencil drop behind me, like clink, clink, clink. And he's like, hey, psst, hey, can you turn around and help me? So I turn around. I'm like, what's up? He's like, I dropped my pencil. Can you pick it up? So I crane down to get the guy's pencil, and I see he's got his full dick and balls outside of his pants. And I see it, and then he starts laughing, so that I have to then hand him the pencil. And it's like a fucking Monday morning at like 8 a.m. I saw this guy's full dick and balls.
Wow.
Mark, that is what I'm telling you. You missed nothing in high school, dude. Actually, you probably made the right choice because you avoided seeing a very weird pair of dick and balls at 8 a.m. for no fucking reason. Just for you being a good Samaritan, you saw dick and balls. That's what high school is.
That sounds awful. I did go for I think 1 year. I think it was the 7th grade. What is that considered? That's like low school.
That's middle school. That's middle school.
And I got my ass kicked at a staircase.
Really? Just like day one?
Yeah, this kid just for some reason didn't like me. I wasn't even talking to him. He just like beat the shit out of me
Jesus
for no
Christ.
reason. And I was like, that was my introduction to school.
Mark, was that then when you chose a life of martial arts to train and take a vendetta on this man, a blood vendetta, and that years later, like the American Ninja, you would find him and fuck his shit up? Have you ever considered doing that?
No, I don't want to go to jail. He could probably kick my ass now. That would be
He
bad.
kicked your ass then? He go
Imagine
kick your ass now.
If I go see him now and I get my ass beat again, how humiliating that
would be pretty bad.
Be like, oh man,
That would
I
be
got
pretty
double beat up. And I was older. And
What
I
if we
could've
sign you
cared.
up for some Krav Maga classes or something? We give you some weapons training. And you catch the guy at a super inopportune moment. Maybe it's like outside of a Walmart. He's loading shit into his car. He's distracted. And that's when you fucking come in.
My cousin takes it and she was saying that you basically just like step on people's feet and like hit them in the balls.
That's what Krav Maga is?
What if you get in a fight with Krav Maga using those skills and you go for that groin strike and the guy's a eunuch and you're like, oh.
Or the guy's like, hey, haha, my dick and balls were already out. They have also been training, and now he punches me in the face with his dick and balls. Okay, let's continue Jeff's long voicemail.
Is ahead of high school, so she tries to create a new sense of self, one that other people will like heading into high school.
I like that Jeff leaves a
Completely driven by
3-minute voicemail.
anxiety.
If I left a 3-minute voicemail on Jeff's show, he would
in this
never play
small
it.
little period of time,
They would
showing
play
how
goddamn
in
10
teenagers,
seconds of it,
sometimes
it would be
they
sped
create
up.
These situations where every single thing determines the rest of their life, and the pressure and the anxiety that's built upon that into this little 3-day.
You fucking
period.
know that would
So
happen too,
moving and
dude.
Powerful, the way that they
It's just
suppress
like in the middle of the word,
emotions, so
too.
that anxiety. can kind of
I get
a
cut
new
off.
identity for this kid. Steve,
You're like, he said inside. He was in the middle saying inside. Inside what? Inside man? Inside job? No, I was talking about Inside Out too, but you didn't know. Okay, wait. Jeff's almost done.
I don't know, man. I think I just laid out a pretty fucking good premise. I don't think that's cleverness. This one right here, the first one's all about childhood, and this one deviates from that. Deviates? It deepens. It goes into something different. She's a fucking teenager. But
Dude, I realized that I probably should have held on this voicemail now because I would appreciate it so much more had I seen the movie and I could like back up Jeff's points. But since neither of us have seen Inside Out 2, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck Jeff's talking about right now. He seems
Yeah, I
very
know.
impassioned about it.
He could be talking about a restaurant for all I know.
Yeah, dude, he's leaving a 5-star rating. His hot
Yeah.
dog didn't get burned.
This hot dog was delicious.
It was the best hot dog he ever had. Dude, it's like the fucking special hot dogs, like that they serve in Chicago, like on the Bear. You know what I'm talking about? Where they put all the different shit on them. What do you call that? The Jardinier? The
I don't know,
Jardinier.
but I was told that I should not put ketchup on them.
Okay, well, first off,
that's like
this
my
is
favorite.
America, and I can put anything I want on my hot dog. If I want to put goddamn
Don't say
sriracha,
that in
ketchup,
Chicago, though.
I'll do whatever
Bad
I
things will
want.
happen to you.
But in Chicago, the Chicago dog does look good because they do the
does,
thing they
yeah.
call hold on, I watched the Bear, so I know. They call it dragging through the garden. And that's when they put all the like veggies, the jardinias, I believe. It's what it's called. And they put the relish and all this different veggie shit on your hot dog. And it's supposed to be delicious.
Really?
Have you ever had a Chicago dog like that?
No, I've not.
Have you ever
Like I
been to
said-
Chicago, Mark?
I have. Oh, would you like to hear a stupid childhood story?
I would love,
From
because
the
this is a
no-
free flowing,
from-
baby. I would love
From
to
the
hear
no
it.
TV days of Mark.
Give it to me. Give it to me. How
Okay,
old are
so-
you? Set the stage.
I'm probably like, it's probably before 1994. My dad doesn't think the world has ended just yet, so I'm full of hope. Anyway, so actually, maybe no, this was around that time that the world was about to end. So we went on this amazing trip, and in Chicago, there's a place called the Pacific Garden Mission. And the Pacific Garden Mission, because we had no TV, every night they would play on this radio station called Family Radio, which is where Harold Camping is from, who predicted the end of the world in 1994
2012.
and 1995.
Yep.
Anyway, this was their audio dramatization because it was Christian-based audio dramatization, and it was like these half-hour stories about how these guys were like, they get homeless and then they went to the Pacific Garden Mission and they turned their life around. And there's an organist, and her name was Lucille Becker, and she used to do these like crazy fucking organ riffs, like go listen to this shit. It's probably on YouTube. It's the cheesiest shit, but it's like, and then they had this one episode to give you an idea of how cheesy it is. This guy that I guess turned into a drug addict. Anyway, I guess before he was a drug addict, he liked tea, and he's like, we'll call ourselves the 3 T's. The terribly thirsty for tea triumvirate.
Oh, Jesus. And then
But
she hit the
that's
riff.
not 3 T's,
That's 4
I
T's.
think.
That's 4
Anyway,
T's.
that's the show. That's what it was about. And then every night someone would get saved, and they didn't
I
go
thought you were going to
hell.
tell me that they did a thing where like they ripped off popular movie storylines, but they Jesusified them. You know what I'm talking about? Like if the hot movie at that time was like the first Pirates of the Caribbean, that they would be like missionaries in Spain who were on ships who had like found, you know what I'm talking about? Buried treasure, but the buried treasure was actually like a bunch of Bibles or the Word of God or something.
Jack Sparrow is a Bible. He's
Jack
like,
Sparrow's a talking
he's
Bible.
just like a talking Bible. Same character, but just a Bible.
Just a Bible. He's like a soggy Bible that Amber Heard shits on.
Sounds so gross. A soggy Bible.
The soggy Bible. Mark, that was a very good story.
Thank you.
And now we know that Mark has come from Chicago, but does not have a Chicago dog.
Oh, I do remember that Chicago at that time in that area smelled terrible. I'm sorry to anyone from
no.
Chicago.
I have never been to
My
Chicago.
girlfriend's
I
from
want to go to
I
Chicago.
apologize.
Is it worth? I would like to go. I've heard there's now, especially since I've been watching The Bear. I want to go.
No, not just the bear, but I think what was that? Oh shit! What was that? That what the fuck was his name? That Mel Gibson revenge movie?
You're talking about Payback?
Payback. Isn't that in
Payback.
Chicago? Because Chicago has dope architecture.
I think it's
like that.
Detroit.
Oh,
The
that's
Chicago
Detroit.
things I can think of are like the Blues Brothers, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I believe the family in Home
Any
Alone, don't they
noir
live in a
films
suburb of
refer to-
Chicago?
Who?
The family from Home Alone, don't they live in a suburb of Chicago?
I think maybe, but it looks dope. 'Cause
Untouchables. Elliot
Yeah.
Ness takes place in
Oh,
Chicago.
Like a lot of those old school noir films were in Chicago.
Here comes the
'Cause
podcast
it has
cat.
that awesome Art Deco architecture. I think is it Art Deco? Whatever. Jumped in
It's
like
Art
that.
Dickhole.
Excuse me.
Put your 3 Bible T's on that. Okay, Mark, let's talk about some movies we did watch.
Okay.
And now these don't have to be Rex if you don't want, or they can be all Rex, up to you. But I just want to talk about some shit we've been watching lately, and we will warn you guys if spoilers are appropriate. God damn it, I need to kick my cat out, I think. He's getting into some shit. All right, hang on, I'll be right back, hang on. He was like about to knock some shit over. Okay.
Oh, really?
Mark, let's start this fucking shit off right. Did you watch all 3 episodes of The Boys season 4 yet?
No, I only watched the first 2. I apologize.
Oh, bummer. Okay, well, I've watched the first 3. We're not going to spoil anything anyway, because it's such a fucking... It's so new, I don't want to spoil it for people, and I know this is mostly a movie show, but we have talked about The Boys before on the show. We've actually covered The Boys in one of these kind of catch-all episodes a long time ago. Just wanted to let you guys know we are both watching The Boys, obviously. And it's fucking awesome so far. Of course it is. We can talk a little bit about, and we should warn people. Little spoiler here. Spoiler. So if you don't want any Boys spoilers, just skip ahead like a minute or so. Mark and I were talking offline, and I'm loving everything except the Frenchie Kamiko stuff, which I think kind of just feels like them making up business to give them while other things are happening.
Do you like that?
I don't even necessarily feel like... I think some people are also complaining that, like, well, why aren't they together? It's clearly supposed to be like a romantic... I'm not even saying that, because I think they've already established in the series that that's not going to happen. I don't care about that so much. I'm coming at it more from a place of, like, all the other storylines are so fucking interesting that anytime we go to Frenchie and Kamiko, like, I don't care about her finding the fucking cult or whatever, the fucking gang that takes kids and that are like super powered kids. Like, I feel like we've already covered this territory before, and I don't really care that she's into like whatever Frenchie's doing. Like, I don't care. Like, I just think are the most boring part, but everything else is fucking working for me. Like, leading the boys, Butcher being sick, Homelander and the kid, all that shit's working for me, dude. And wait till you see episode 3, because there is something that fucking happens, and it's gruesome, but it is so awesome. It's structured and played out in such a way where you're like,
man, I wish I'd watched
it's
that.
surprising and really fun. And if you guys know, if you've seen the 3 episodes from this new season, you'll know what I'm talking about. It happens at a, I'll just say this, it happens at an ice rink. That's all you need to know. That's what I'm talking about. Wait till you see it, Mark. I think that it will be the thing that cements how much fun you're having with this season. Because I know you've been a little on the fence with it, right?
It's like Butcher straps on some tactical knives and skates around.
He pulls an Argyle and he skates around on fucking black oil. No, this is actually a good ice skating sequence. So now I've seen 2 ice skating sequences in 2024. And this one beats the shit out of Argyle easily. Easily, buddy.
I agree with you on a lot of those points. I haven't seen the 3rd episode, but sometimes the Frenchie storylines always just felt like filler.
Yeah.
Like the main concept of the story is so cool. It's like, why are we wasting time on like regular people problems? It's like, who cares?
Yeah. Also,
There's
too,
like all this superhero drama, and we gotta watch these 2 dopes.
But weren't we told many times before that Frenchie is like an amazing chemist? And I keep waiting for him to develop some kind of a cool bioweapon or something. But all he does with that, all we're shown is that he gets high, and that's
and he's
fun.
Unlucky in love.
Yeah, and that's fun the first couple times you see it. But like when you're still doing that, and it's season 4, I don't think it does those actors any favors. And I like both of those actors a lot. I think the Kamiko lady is charming. I just wish she had more to do.
Yeah, it's like it also feels like their character development has been stagnant too. It's just
Yeah,
like
a little bit.
they're
There's
the
way
same
more
people.
interesting stuff happening on the 7 with new people we've never met than with the 2 of them, who are
Yeah.
cast members and characters we've known for 4
The
seasons. now.
sycophant scene was awesome. I really enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
That was great.
pretty tense as well. It's
We
like
get a fun.
it's weird. It's like it's funny and extremely tense because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And also, like, the other scene that I thought was crazy was, what's that guy's name? Is it Black Noir or something
Black
like
Noir.
that? Yeah, so that scene where you don't really know that I didn't realize at that moment it was the actor, but the actor still went ahead and like killed those people. I was like, holy
Yes.
shit.
I love what they're doing with Black Noir, that like they had to replace him because he killed the real Black Noir last season, and the guy they replaced him with is like super fucking chatty. He's like a fucking NYU actor. He's trying to like find his motivation. It's funny. It works for me. Let me ask you this. A-Train. Do you think A-Train, are we going to get an A-Train redemption this season?
I was hoping for that, and I think it feels like his character's actually trying to move in the right direction, and he doesn't. It actually feels like, I know this sounds lame and nerdy, but it feels like his character's taking more time to pause and think before he'd make a move, whereas before he was more irrational, I guess. So I have a feeling that he may change, and I guess it also makes sense for him to team up with the guy that killed his girlfriend in the beginning of
Yeah, it kind of
as a
dramatically
redemption arc.
or
It makes
dramaturgically
sense.
makes sense, right?
Yeah.
That would be what you would get the most drama out of. I agree. And especially too, again, I don't want to say anything, but wait till you see episode 3 and think about that conversation.
Okay. Oh shit.
So there you go. Boy, season 4, good stuff so far. Frenchie Kamiko feels like a giant wank fest, though. I don't know what's going on there. And I also want to talk about one more. So that's definitely a big old wreck from me, dude. But I want to talk about one more series that I don't think have watched, but I watched Knuckles.
Oh yeah. I'd love to see that actually.
So while
This
I
is
was
the
sick,
clearing throat episode.
it's a
Me
nice
too.
throat clearing episode. We're sick people. What do you want from us? While we were at home sick, one of the things was because we were talking about the Sonic movies and shit one day. And I was like, oh yeah, isn't there a fucking Knuckles TV series that's on Paramount Plus? And in my like feverish stupor, I remembered that and I found it. I still have mom's Paramount Plus password. And I wound up watching Knuckles. It's a 6-episode, I think they're calling it a limited 6-episode event. So it's only 6 episodes, and each episode is only about 22 minutes, 24 minutes. It's fucking great, man. It flies by. It's really funny. If you like the Sonic movies, which I've loved both of them, we've talked about them on the show, it's just like that. And it has a lot of the same creative personnel and the same style of writing, and it's got the same level of effects. It's great, man. It's just a fun little Knuckles spin-off story. Sonic and Tails are in the first episode, but that's it. The rest of it is all Knuckles, and it's kind of like a road trip style, but it's
sounds
actually really
cool.
funny, man. It's really sweet. Yeah, and fucking Yorma Taccone, who directed MacGruber, actually directed a couple episodes, and it's
really?
fucking funny. Yeah. It's not
Yes,
just one of
okay.
these like, oh, this is cute. No, like it's actually funny.
Ooh, okay. I'll definitely check it out now.
Yeah,
that
I had a good time
MacGruber's-
watching
MacGruber
Knuckles.
Series was awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's just crazy that they got. I think the first episode is directed by Jeff Fowler, who directed both Sonic movies, and it even shows you clips from the previous movies so that you can kind of get back into the headspace real quick, like a previously on. Like this is the last 2 things that happened. But then it just goes off and does its own shit, and it's really fucking funny. It's got an all-star fucking cast. Fucking Idris Elba's back as Knuckles. Carrie Elway
thank
is
God.
back as the bad guy. The Hound from Game of Thrones is in it. He's a bad guy. Fucking Kid Cudi is in it. I shit you not. Kid Cudi is actually in the series.
Really?
Yes. It's got
Is he
a
good?
stacked cast. He's good, man. Well, he was also in X. So he does a good job. He's a good actor. Oh, when I said that, there was no recognition there. Did you not see X?
Which one is that?
That's X and Pearl, man. The lead-ins to Maxine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Holy shit, I
Yes.
forgot about that. Jeez.
Yes, he's in X.
I don't
He's
even
like the
remember that.
porno. He's like the porno star in the movie.
Damn, how did I forget about that freaking movie? And
Yeah,
I
man.
enjoyed it too.
Dude, I said that, and your face went fucking blank, dude, like cold. I was like, how is there
I was
no
trying to
recognition
figure, I
on
was like,
this?
X, I was like, does he mean like, is that a Fast and the Furious thing?
No.
Or I was just going through all these movies that had an X in the title.
Ty
I was like,
West's X.
Yeah, I know. I totally forgot that one.
Okay, well, Mark is definitely excited for Maxine. fucking forgot all about the previous movies. He does not
No,
give a
because
shit.
I know we reviewed them with Tommy, but
Dude, you know how
for some reason-
sometimes when we used to meet up and go to the movies and you would make fun of me, there was a moment where like there was a famous night where Mark had like gotten off the train and was walking right towards me and saw me, but my face was totally dead and I was just off spacing out a million miles away until he like walked right up to me and he's like, dude, your face was so dead. You gave me that exact reaction, Mark. There was no recognition. There was nothing. I said X, and it was like a fucking breeze blew past you, and you did not. You didn't even blink. It was like whoosh.
There's a tumbleweed somewhere going by.
Yep, tumbleweed,
Oh, man.
crickets in the background. Mark. So I've been talking enough. Why don't you lead us off, man?
Oh,
What
shit,
what
I
is
don't
what
know
is some
what
stuff
to
you want to talk
start
about?
with.
Anything new? Anything newish that we can lead off with, or are you going all
Newish.
old school?
Oh, I did. It's something that you wrecked to me, so leave that to you. I'll start with The Verdict. That was a dope movie.
There you go.
It's part of my 1982 birth year thing I'm doing. So
Wait, will you explain to people again? Because I think maybe the main show people don't know about that. Just
well,
Patreon
for
people.
Fun, for my birth year, I've been watching like a ton of movies and basically
From specifically from 1982.
Yeah, and I just basically pick whatever is. I do have standards though. It has to be at least 6 stars and above on IMDb.
There you go.
And
And you've
just
been
to have
watching some
there's
good
too many
shit lately
movies.
with
Yeah,
this
and The Verdict
1982
is-
experiment.
And actually, the Death Trap is same director. He did like 2 awesome movies in one
the
year.
same
It's
year.
crazy.
Isn't that always
And they're
weird when a
really damn
director?
good, too.
When any director makes anything more than one thing in a calendar year, I'm always impressed. But when both of them are fucking great,
Yeah, I know.
I can't wait to see this Verdict movie now. We should say the director we're talking about is Sidney Lumet.
Yeah. And by the way, it's sort of because you've seen Death Trap, and then you'll see this movie, and you'll be like, none of them feels like they were competing for his time, or like any of them was rushed. They both feel like they're both insanely good movies.
So I wonder
Verdict is
then if like
really
he
good.
made one earlier and it got held over or
I'm
something.
not sure, actually. I never
Or
bothered.
maybe
I
that
should've looked
fucker's
it
just
up.
that good. He just fucking comes out fucking
mean,
banging.
He's awesome. It's
Death
like-
Trap is such a find. Like I watched it because of Mark's whole night. I think your 1982 thing's genius. I'm not even kidding. I talked about this on the Patreon. I just think it's so cool. It's almost like a version of movie astrology, like what Joe Bob Briggs does, where he like takes your birth year and then he gives you like movies that might interest you. And Mark took
That's really
that
cool,
even
yeah.
further and was like, I'm just gonna pick great movies from the year I was born to see like the culture from the year that I came into the world. And it's been really cool, man. Like just based off some of the stuff that you've been recommending lately, specifically from this 1982 experiment, like you have found some banger movies.
Yeah, and I'll be sure to completely forget what they are in the next.
You'll blank out
episode.
next week. Mark, what's up with 1982, man?
Hey, The Verdict.
Whoosh. Mark, Death Trap, right? Death Trap. No reaction.
Hey, Mark. I listened to a rec you the Verdict. I saw The Verdict.
Huh?
What's
Mark,
that?
I saw Sidney Lumet. I was reading a whole interview with him. Blech. He just vomits on his own shoes. Your face was so dead when you know what it is? It's not really Mark's fault. It's Ty West's fault because that fucking title is confusing. It was confusing when it came out. And now it's part of a whole trilogy, so maybe it's not as confusing. People can kind of like put it together. Cool.
And also, Twitter turned into X. There's just too much.
Yeah,
X
there's too many
shit.
X things, right? It's fucking the X
Yeah.
Games. Goddamn X. Fucking
Which
Twitter's
I never
X.
watched. I never watched the X Games. I'm not cool.
Are you gonna watch the Olympics?
I don't know. For some reason, I stopped watching the Olympics.
I watch the Olympics. I'm nerdy that way though.
But the
I
thing
don't
is, they
watch
made it so
everything. I
goddamn
pick
hard. It's
things.
like, you have to have a streaming service to subscribe to that. It's like I just want to turn on a friggin' TV and watch.
Oh,
it,
dude,
you know?
not even. If it were that easy. Last time I tried to watch the Olympics, I had Peacock. It was like when Peacock had first come out, and it was like, oh, dude, with Peacock, you'll be able to watch all the Olympic shit. So when you tell me that, I think I'm gonna get to watch the opening ceremonies. I'm gonna get to watch Team USA basketball, karate, crazy shit, right? No, it was all like the reject shit that you don't care about. 4 a.m. Bulgaria versus whatever. Like, okay. But my mom Mom coming in clutch again.
Oh, that's
she
right.
she has a Fubo account, and apparently, if you have Fubo Live, you know FUBO. If you have Fubo,
Yeah,
which is like
I've seen their logo, but I
if
don't
you have
think I've
Fubo
ever
Live,
clicked on it.
you can actually watch the real Olympic things, like the opening ceremonies and all that shit.
Is
So
it
I'm gonna be
free?
using my mom's Fubo Live to watch all that shit.
Damn it.
Thanks,
You
Mom.
mean I have to get another freaking account just to watch the stupid
Just to
Olympics?
watch the fucking Olympics. If you want to watch the Olympics and you don't have traditional television, yes, you need Fubo Live.
That sounded like a Fubo Live ad.
Fubo isn't paying us shit. In fact, no more talk about Fubo unless they pay us. Call it something else. Flupo. Call it something. Let's purposefully flub their name. Flubbo.
That's probably a streaming service though nowadays.
Flubbo
There's so
is
many
definitely a streaming
services.
service.
Did you notice there's like 500 of them now?
Yes.
Like after
You need all these
Hulu,
goddamn
it's like,
fucking.
now it's Tubi.
Okay, so I made fun of Netflix, right? We were talking about this a couple episodes ago. I made fun of Netflix because I was like, oh man, I fucking canceled Netflix. I wasn't watching anything. And then the minute I cancel, they start pulling out all these things I want to watch, right? So I caved while I had the flu and I re-signed up for Netflix.
Oh, really? That's
And I'm
good.
going to tell you, Mark, I finally watched Unfrosted, the Pop-Tarts movie starring, written,
man, you did it.
directed, and starring Jerry Seinfeld. And it's not a wreck, Mark. It was one of the worst fucking pieces of shit that I've seen in a long
Really?
time. Yeah.
Oh man, and he was like hitting the podcast hard, like promoting this thing,
Yes.
and it stinks.
It stinks. Its worst crime is that it is simply unfunny. Because you know me, I love
Dang.
Seinfeld, the show. I love stupid humor. I love kitschy mid-century pop culture. I love all the Nick at Night, the toys of yesteryear, and old commercial jingles and old cereals. Dude, this is right up my old man alley, right? Jerry Seinfeld dropped a pencil, and I wasn't mad when I saw his dick and balls. You know what I mean? Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Damn.
And he fucked it up. It's not funny. In fact, the whole thing
At
is
all.
done. No, there was one thing I laughed at, and it was just because of casting. Bill Burr. So there's like a fucking all-star cast. And they can't even save it.
That's the first bad sign, by the
That's
way.
a real bad sign. And I'm talking every fucking role, no matter how small, is like a giant star. And there are people in this, if you're like in the modern comedy scene at all, that you will recognize and love, like Jim Gaffigan. I love Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah,
Bill
he's awesome.
Burr. Fucking, you could just throw fucking Bobby Moynihan. It's just like people that you know. Anyway, Bill Burr shows up for one scene as JFK. He plays JFK, and it's fucking good. And it's the only time the movie actually wakes up. Because you're like, what the fuck? First off, Bill has a ridiculous wig. He does the JFK Boston accent. And that's the problem. The problem is, like, that's a funny setup. But it's funny because it doesn't matter what the scene is. The setup is funny enough. The reason that I think a lot of the comedy doesn't work in this movie is because it's all about what's happening in the movie. And what's happening inherently isn't funny. It's like, we have to have a pitch meeting about what to call because they don't know to call it the Pop-Tart. So like you would think that would be funny if a bunch of funny people in a scene trying to come up with what alternate names for the Pop-Tart. It's excruciating.
It's
excruciating.
Feel like it's too long. And
Mark,
like,
the movie-
edit is just dragging on
Yep.
like the punchlines.
Dude, you know how we've talked about how like even if a 3 hour like length is relative to quality. So like if a movie is great, even if it's a 3 hour movie, it could feel like it flies by,
Yeah, that's true.
right? But you can watch a shitty 80-minute movie and it will feel like 3 hours. Dude, Unfrosted is 96 minutes and it felt like I was there all goddamn day. I was waiting for it to end. The only reason I watched it,
Oh man.
I fucking blanked. Dude, the only reason I watched it was because we were talking about it. We were like, oh, let's watch the Pop-Tart movie. And originally, when I got this idea, I was like, oh, let's just review that on the show. We'll make it a whole Unfrosted episode. I'm so fucking relieved we didn't do that, dude.
Oh, thank God.
There would be nothing to talk about. I'm here to tell you, as your friend, do not waste your time watching Unfrosted. It would be a disservice to you as a human being to have wasted night. I couldn't stand by and call myself your friend if I allowed you to waste your life watching this.
Wait, I forgot. Did you you didn't turn it off. You just kept
I just kept
had
going.
that hope.
Yeah.
Did the
I just kept
ending
going.
at least fix anything at all,
No.
or were you like complete and utter waste of time?
Mark, I looked like when I mentioned X and you had no expression. That's how I looked during all of Unfrosted. It was that fucking bad. It was just fucking awful, man. None of the jokes land. It just feels like also it suffers from like a lot of what those modern comedies, that we've gotten the last few years kind of suffer from, where it feels like overly improved. Like where people are just, they think they're fucking hilarious and whole dialogue just keeps running on. You can tell they're trying to come up with funny shit in the moment, and it sucks.
It feels like it's like that awkward humor that just like
Yes.
you get the feeling that people on set were like, but then when it played out on screen, it's like,
Yep.
ooh.
Unless
Unless you're like part of the group, maybe it's funny. But by the way, have you ever, on YouTube, they'll always have like, no offense to comedians, that's like the hardest shit in the world to do. But for some reason, when there's like these comedian symposiums where they're all sitting around and joking, like the jokes are so inside and for them that you as an audience member
that they
are just
lose
like,
you.
It's like, I'm just watching these people, but I don't know why.
I would have appreciated that more than what I got, because I think it tries to do two things at once. It tries to be like a satirical, hey, it's a satirical look at what goes into making a breakfast food at a corporation, right? And then here's also a comedy about all the stupid stuff that happens behind the walls of Post and Kellogg's. You know what I mean? Like, I think those are two different things, and you clearly can't do them at the same time, because if you do, you get unfrosted. And I also think Jerry Seinfeld did himself a disservice by, I think writing it is one thing. I think he should have gotten a different director. I think somebody could have come in with a point of view and maybe saved it. Because you know what it feels like? It feels like it wants to be like an Adam McKay, like a Vice, or something like that. Like it wants to be like a smarter comedy that also maybe has some dumb stuff in it, but it's got that like highbrow look, and it wants to make you feel like it's a big deal, except it sucks.
Is there anything like visually that's interesting?
There's one thing that I thought was decent. And again, it has to do with Bill Burr. It's just the way that they achieved, like, for once, here's a perfect example. They have like real cereal mascots that walk around the company floor, and they have like Kyle Mooney and Mikey Day and somebody else playing the Snap Crackle Pop from Rice Krispies. They're like real guys that walk around. The movie wants you to think that is funny right off the bat. Hey, here's a live action version of the Rice Krispie triplets or whatever, right? That's the problem, okay? Because those guys look so over the top. They look like they stepped out of an SNL sketch. Like it's big, goofy costumes, but they're playing it very straight. So then you have the opposite end of that spectrum where they bring Bill Burr in and they downplay it. They try to make him look as realistic as possible. And he does the over-the-top comedy. So like, he's not letting the fucking wig and all the bullshit act for him. He's really trying to act like JFK. Like, that's what made it funny, is that the performer stood out, not the costuming. So they were like, you could clearly tell Bill Burr thought he was going to win a fucking Oscar. They were like, Bill, you got to play this super straight as JFK. And he fucking goes for it. And it works. It works because he commits. And he's not hiding behind a Tony the Tiger outfit or some shit. You know what I mean?
This sounds like a pile of crap, though.
It's so bad, Mark. And there was one thing I thought of. I almost took a video of it for you, and I was like, let me not, in case he gets like, oh, you spoiled it. There's a fucking... there's an annoying CG character in it. Like a fully CG character. And it looks terrible. It is like a living... It's like a living Pop-Tart without the icing. So it's like this gross, flat pastry square that's sentient. And it makes noise, and it's like a real thing that lives inside of Kellogg's. And at some point during the movie, Jerry Seinfeld's character decides he's gonna like keep it. They don't make a big deal about it. It's not like there's a scene that's dedicated to that. It's just a couple scenes later, he has it in his pocket, and then a few scenes later, he has it in his pocket again. So they clearly were like, that thing is so funny and so cute. Let's put it in a bunch of scenes. And it talks. It'll be like, it reacts to things. That's how it sounds. And if you don't think that that's funny, you're in for a bad time because the movie thinks it's very funny and it puts it forward in a lot of scenes, I'll just say.
Wow. It's like the Jar Jar Binks of this movie, basically.
It was so annoying, it made me miss Amy Schumer, and I fucking despise Amy Schumer, who's also in the movie. I was like, when's Amy Schumer coming back? At least I could focus on that. At least I could focus on my hatred. Unfrosted. I'm not kidding. I would give it, you know what? They did burn my hot dog, and I would give it a half a star. It's fucking dog
Wow.
shit. Easily the worst movie I've seen this year. Easily.
Damn. I was thinking, wasn't Seinfeld seeing this as like a way to get back into movies after, I guess, the B movie? I know he didn't direct it, but
He should have
by the
left
way,
well enough alone, dude, because he had a good reputation with that B movie, because it had been memed so much.
who's the guy that does like a lot of oh God, who did he work with?
Michael Richards.
Oh no. I'm trying to think of the guy's name. He works with Larry David. He did a lot of his
Oh, yeah.
feature films. Was it something Charles? Was it like Larry Charles?
Larry
or something?
Charles.
He should have got that guy to direct his movie. That guy's not.
That would have
bad.
been good. Even get one of the directors from fucking Jerry was in all the last season of Curb. Get one of those directors who made Curb to make this movie. That's what it needed. It needed like a comic director, not a guy who is also starring in the movie and maybe doesn't really know much about movies. Because it really reads like your rich buddy made a movie and he put all his rich buddy friends in it, and you're like, this is not landing. But nobody has the
it's
heart
like
to
when
tell him.
someone's family member has a film released, and you're like,
Oh, great. Now I got to go over there and watch it and pretend I love it. I got to be super constructive. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's terrible, Mark. Unfrosted is the worst. Easily, my most hated movie of 2024 right now is Unfrosted.
dang.
I wanted it to be good, Mark, because of the controversy. I was like, you know what? Maybe the people are wrong, Mark. The people are right. The people are right, and I am here to side with them. That's it for me for Unfrosted. What a waste of goddamn time and money. I spent money and subscribed to Netflix.
Are you gonna keep it now, or are you?
Fuck
have
no,
you
I canceled it after Unfrosted. I canceled it. I did watch a couple other things first, but I canceled.
Oh man, I hope at least you watched Atlas.
I'm sorry to say I did not watch Atlas, Mark.
Oh man.
I watched a couple other things that I'll talk about. What's next for you, buddy? Anything you want to wreck or trash?
Let's see, what should I go with? I don't know. You know what's funny? I have all this stuff built up, and as you know, and at the beginning of the episode, we've already established I have a terrible memory. So it's like, now I got to talk about these movies I barely remember.
Like, oh Jesus.
Oh, okay. So I watched let's see. I watched this crazy weird movie called White God. And no, it's not like a white supremacist movie. It's about a dog. It's like a movie
What?
about a dog shot from the dog's perspective. This girl has a dog that her mom has allowed her to have, and the father is like, I guess the mother and father are separated. The father is like a total piece of shit asshole and basically like leaves this dog on the side of the road, and then the dog meets other dogs and they fucking tear the city apart and start terrorizing people, this massive group of dogs. It's awesome.
This sounds really
Dasein
fucking
would
cool.
love this movie, by the way, and I would totally recommend it to him. I don't know if I did, but
Shout
this
out to our buddy
movie would be
Dasein.
right up his alley. But it's really cool. It's very unique and weird. I
Where
thoroughly
did you
enjoyed
watch
it.
this?
I had to rent a copy on Amazon.
Wow. And
But
what
it's like-
inspired you to watch this, dude?
I don't know. I was just looking up like I've been watching a lot of like American films and lots of 80s movies, so I was like, I
You're
want to
like,
watch
I
something
need some
that
culture.
was at least made in the last 10, 15 years.
Yes.
So I went with White God, and it was something I remember seeing. I remember seeing the posters, and maybe it was back at some of the indie theaters. Maybe it
Like
was
the
like
Angelica?
Lincoln Plaza. No, more likely Lincoln Plaza.
Oh,
And
Lincoln
I
Plaza.
I remember, or I saw a trailer for it at Lincoln Plaza. You know how
Lincoln
that
Plaza,
place
where the
rolls.
concessions were old cream cheese and bagels and locks. I fucking shit you not. We saw Boyhood there. I went to the fucking concession stand to get a Nestle Crunch bar like a fucking human being. And all they had was like some dusty old whitefish and a bagel.
Yeah,
Mark can vouch.
and all the candies were like, the candy that you would get from like the old guy at church. It's like
Yep.
Werther's.
Werther's
Like,
Originals.
why are you giving candies away that have
The
like
weird
the loudest
unnamed
rappers?
strawberry candies that your grandma has.
Or like the multicolored like rope candy that you think is soft, but it's basically rocks.
It's
What
hard.
is that crap?
Rock necklace. Cavity necklace. Okay, well, you've got me curious about White God.
It's really cool, by the way, and all those praises it gets on the poster are true. It's beautiful. It is fierce. And it is masterful.
Mark.
Masterful, not a good word to put with white. I don't understand.
Oh,
why they did
yeah,
That's
that is
terrible.
unfortunate.
But
That is
this is not a
unfortunate.
white supremacist movie. These are all like
I would call it
Poor
powerful.
dumb
Hey,
white
hey, you
people.
can't say that with white in there. I would call it masterful. No.
why is masterful and then the next word after masterful is white?
I would call it supreme, that it has a supreme nature about it. No.
There are no Nazis in this movie, just so you know.
You've heard it here first, folks.
Yeah,
White
nothing
God.
to do with white supremacy.
The movie about dogs, Mark says it is masterful and powerful
And fierce.
and
And
fierce.
beautiful.
I like
And
how you saved
Jack.
fierce. You like sandwiched it in between beautiful and masterful. Well, from White God to White Boy,
Oh,
I watched
yeah.
a super white movie on Netflix called Hitman. It stars Glenn
Oh yeah,
Powell.
that movie looks super white, dude.
It's
Damn.
like the white boyiest movie I've ever seen. It's Glenn Powell and written and directed by Richard Linklater, co-written by
What,
Glenn
really?
Powell. Yes.
Oh,
Speaking
shit,
of
I didn't know
Boyhood
that.
and fucking locks and cream cheese. Hitman. It's a new Netflix movie. I watched it while I was home with the flu and before I canceled it because of Unfrosted. And you know what? I liked Hitman.
You liked it, but it was not enough to keep the Netflix.
It was not.
subscription?
It didn't. Yeah. Once I had seen it, I was like, I've seen it, and I don't need to renew or rewatch this. I'll tell you that when I showed this poster to Mark, this is a bad poster. Because rightfully so, one of the first things Mark said to me was, don't you feel like you've seen this movie 1,000 times? Yes. From the
And the
poster,
branding.
I would agree. However, the movie itself is clever enough that it actually does some new kind of original things. And Glenn Powell is so fucking charismatic that I could probably watch this guy do anything. So I'm super excited for Twisters. I was like, oh shit, Glenn Powell, let me
Yeah,
check
me
this
too.
out. Dude, he has to take on different personas as this guy. And one of the gags that they do, they don't spell it out, but it's there if you're looking for it, is that he's basically impersonating different movie characters. So like the guy on the top of the totem pole there is his take
Will
on Patrick
Ferrell.
Bateman.
Oh.
He's like the American Psycho. Like even down to like the way he acts, the way he sounds, the way he smiles. Like there's a whole scene that is basically an American Psycho scene. And if you're looking for that and you know that movie, that's the kind of like subtle little thing that you'll get out of it. Like, oh, that's cool. Richard Linklater likes American Psycho and Glenn Powell can do a good American Psycho. You see this guy about 4 people down with the red hair? So he has like a very strange accent. This isn't gonna make sense just looking at the poster, but if you see it in the movie, you will know what I'm talking about. He's basically playing Tilda Swinton. It sounds fucking weird, but I'm 100% right. Like you can watch this scene when you see the fucking auburn hair guy, the fucking ginger guy, he is blatantly Tilda Swinton.
That's hilarious.
And he plays like a backwoods kind of a guy, a Russian guy, just like a general kind of a cool guy. Anyway, it's super smart.
General
You know what it felt like a little bit? It felt like kind of like if there was like a cool NPR version of The Departed, where it's like it's all about the
NPR.
deception, right? But it's like a little too cool to do the like big crowd pleasy Scorsese stuff, like with the needle drops and shit. It like it
Oh, you
wants to
mean
play
like
it a little more
intense
art house.
violence?
Yeah, like it kind of it stops itself from going there, but it's still doing the cool Scorsese stuff of like, hey, here's this random getup, here's this bit of deception. Oh, you didn't see this coming. Now we're gonna pay this off. I thought it was well done. I wouldn't say it's like a great movie, but I enjoyed it a lot. And for a again, not to be this guy, but like for a free movie on Netflix, pretty good. I didn't know how good I had it because watching Unfrosted after this made Hitman look like a goddamn 5-star movie. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, so is this kind of in the vein of like the Hitman's Bodyguard's wife type of
No.
dealios?
No, that's what I'm talking about. It is so different. It's not what you think at all. It's basically, I'm trying to give you the premise without giving anything away. It's basically a guy, like a college professor, who on the side, his side hustle is that he helps the police department by impersonating hitmen for this team that basically like entraps people. So like they comb through Facebook for people they set up like a fake ad and they're like, "Oh, it's like this guy wants to kill his wife." So like they'll prey on that guy so that he shows up to the meet with the money to pay the hitman so the police can arrest him. And they've had some luck with like other cops doing this, but they always cop it up. Like they can't play characters. The thing with him is that he's not a cop, so he's like willing to act like an ass and be weird. So he brings this whole new flavor to it where like he has 12 different personas and you don't know, like he tailors each hitman persona to the person that he's going to meet. And that's really the heart of the movie. Is the funniness of that business. It actually is a very interesting story, and it takes a turn that I won't give away because I do think it's a bit of a spoiler.
Oh, okay.
And they even wisely kind of keep it from you in this poster.
Well, he's a
but
good
I will just
director,
say
so-
it's better than this poster, Mark.
Yeah, actually the poster's not that bad, but it just has a kind of generic look to it.
Yes, it's got a very early 2000s vibe about it where you're like, it's a hitman comedy.
It's like a Dane Cook movie.
Yes, it's not that. It's very much like it's a smarter movie than that, but it just so happens to be about something really dumb. I think that's maybe the best way I can put it.
I get it. Yeah, it sounds interesting.
It's
I'll
cool.
check it out.
It's better than you think. It's better than you think. Mark, what's next for you,
If I ever
buddy?
get Netflix, it'll be the first movie I watch.
What's next for you, buddy?
Oh, let's see. Should I pull something cool out of the hat?
Pull something cool, man.
All right, so
Give
I
us the
watched-
good shit.
How many things do you have, by the way?
I'm gonna tell you, bro. I have 4 more things.
Oh shit, I got like 6,000.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god. Maybe pare down a bit,
Yeah, maybe.
or
I'll
throw a
do
couple
that.
together in a medley or something. You want to do
Okay,
like
well,
2 or
okay.
3 in a row, real quick?
Let me go with like weird and bleak movies. I'll throw in some weird bleak movies. So I saw.
And these are recommendations, or are these
These are
just
Recs.
like
These are
okay.
all Recs, and one of them is from 1982. It's called Missing with Jack Lemmon. It is a beautiful looking movie. It's awesome. It's the traditional like kid missing, parent goes after them. It's based on a true story. It's pretty crazy what happens. If you are going to see it, I won't spoil it other than so I'll just say check that movie out. It's dope. Good acting, very like naturalistic, which I like. That's what I've noticed about these 1982 movies. They almost feel like documentarian because they're not like hyper stylized. It's like, almost feels like natural lighting, or at least the ones I've been watching thus far. They look very believable. And then I went to, so I said Missing. Let's see. Then I'll go with 1979, which is kind of in that area. And I watched Hardcore, another bleak
Oh
movie,
Jesus, that movie.
which is like,
Whew.
it was really good. But my favorite part, by the way, is George C. Scott dresses up as a pornographer in order to get information. And what does he do? He just puts on like a long hair wig and like the worst mustache combo ever. And he just is auditioning.
And that's the movie, I saw it a
actors.
long time ago, but that's the movie, it's been memed to death now. It's like, it's the scene of him watching the film where it keeps cutting to him and he's reacting and
Oh, and
crying.
he's
Yes.
like, yeah.
People use that now so that when they cut away, they put whatever they want there. Usually something
Oh, really?
cringe so that
How
George
out
C.
of
Scott
touch
can
am
react. Yeah.
Obviously
Mark, you
out of
didn't know
touch.
about the
I'm
hardcore
watching-
memes? God.
I'm watching all these like old movies. I'm just out of touch
Mark
with
just
reality.
has a problem with pornographic films. I talk about X, he doesn't know what I'm talking about. I talk about the memes from hardcore, he doesn't fucking know what I'm talking about. You're not watching enough porn, man. Watch more porn-centered entertainments. Guy watches hardcore, he's not even aware of the memes.
I don't research.
I don't look at memes.
Oh, and so the last bleak, horrifically depressing movie, not yeah, it is actually. Yeah, it's super depressing. Is Romeo is bleeding. I almost said Romeo must die.
Not
That was
Romeo Must Die. Very different movie.
Romeo is bleeding. From I think it's 1996. Gary Oldman is basically playing his cop character from Leon the Professional. It's kind of like his origin story. The villain in this movie is crazy in a good way. I don't know if you remember anything about it, Matt, because we had our little side.
I saw it a long
conversation,
time
and you
ago.
said you
Long
saw it well.
time.
So I'm gonna say go in it cold if you don't remember anything. Maybe you'll start watching it and remember things, but if you have forgotten like me, it'll be a treat.
Wow.
And I think you should watch it again.
Well, I'll tell you this. I usually try to watch at least one thing Mark Rex each week. And it's probably going to be The Verdict this week because I loved Death Trap so much.
Yes.
There's no fucking way I'm not watching another Sidney Lumet movie, especially that he made in the same year. So I'm sorry to tell you, Mark, I might be watching The Verdict.
Can I tell you one thing, though? A movie that I'm not going to spoil that you totally should see over The Verdict. And I'm going to just throw this is the last kind of.
It's White God 2.
No, it's The Hidden. It's this crazy movie.
Oh,
that
yes!
I had never heard of until I was just browsing around and I found it. And I just was like, okay, the cast sounds good. I think I watched a couple. Is his name Kyle MacLachlan?
Kyle MacLachlan.
I'd watched a few things with him in it, and this movie just happened to pop up, and I was surprised that I had never watched it. I actually had also a side conversation with Tommy too, because you had mentioned that he likes.
Yes,
the
he
movie.
like loves The Hidden.
I saw it in the last 2 months, and he's like, it's awesome. But we were both saying that it felt like a movie that we should have been aware of, and we should have watched this like a long time ago. I'm not going to ruin anything for you.
Okay.
Don't read anything about it. Do not watch trailers.
God damn it.
It is a hidden gem, man. It's almost like David Lynch made. I'm not going to even say anything, but it's fucking dope. The cinematography, the cinematography is beautiful. The same old bullshit saying I do.
Mark,
Well,
no,
applies
it's
to this
masterful.
movie.
It's fierce. It's
It is
powerful.
fierce, and it's powerful, but it's also beautiful.
Is it Kyle MacLachlan-ical?
He's great in this
dude,
movie,
you
by
sent
the
me.
way.
This is what Mark and I do during the week. If we're watching something good or something that we're making fun of, we'll take a clip on our iPhone and we'll message it. And this is one of the clips that Mark sent me this past week, and I was like, I have to watch this. So I think you're right. Maybe I'll watch The Hidden instead.
It's a good. You can do two of my Rex in 1 week.
You
but
could.
if you do,
You're like, listen, motherfucker. You can watch The Verdict and The Hidden. You don't need to take time to watch your personal shit. You need to watch the movies. That's like when you talk to people and they're like, why aren't you watching the shit that I'm watching at the same exact time?
No, I was gonna say if you don't want to do those two, definitely choose The Hidden over The Verdict.
Here's
I
the
think.
problem
Verdict is
with
a
you this
fantastic
week.
movie,
The
but
problem
there's
with you this
something
week is you
dope
have a
about it.
bunch of movies that sound very interesting. And it's almost like I can't lose. It's an embarrassment of riches because it's The Verdict, The Hidden, and I'm sorry to tell you, but you did sell me a little on White God.
Dude, White God is the shit.
White God
man.
sounds fucking weird enough that I'm like, you know what? I'm in an artsy fucking mood. I've eaten my Chicago dog. I want to watch. That seems a little bizarre to have a dog while you watch a dog movie. I want to watch White God.
Well, here's the thing: is you'll feel bad about eating that hot dog because everyone in this movie is like painfully slim.
Oh no, and they're super poor. Oh no, wait a minute. Is there animal abuse in it?
The only animal abuse is that the dog is left on the side of the road to fend for
Okay, that's
itself.
fine.
It's
That's fine.
I believe no, there are some things, but you're a cat guy, so what? Who gives a shit?
It's
Some dumb
fine.
dog. No, I'm just kidding. That's
No,
terrible.
I love
I'm
dogs
just
too.
joking. That is horrible. I love dogs. So there are some scenes I should say. Trigger. I forgot. Trigger warning.
Trigger
there
warning,
are some-
goddammit.
There are some scenes where a dog is abused, but although this is an
I could just
Eastern
turn
European
away, I
film,
guess.
I hope they didn't do it for real. I don't check to see if at the end.
Oh
of,
god, Mark is like advertising this movie now. He's signed off on a movie with
I
animal abuse. Did
have
the
a soft
American
spot for
Humane
dogs.
Society or whatever show up at the end?
That's actually what I did want to say. It did feel like they were cutting around certain things, but the point of the abuse does get across. But it also feels like they were cutting around the fact that they also didn't want to harm the dog. So I felt that it wasn't.
If I
that
go to
bad.
doesthedogdie.com and look up White God, is it going to set the whole
It's
website
gonna be
off?
like, don't fucking watch it.
Wait, let's look. Wait, let's look. I know this was like 3 recs ago, but I don't give a shit. Does the dog die.com.
And it's like many dogs die. I just don't. I don't want to
Here we
tell
go.
you and give you
White
the wrong
God.
information. You know.
Here we go. White God.
Oh God, please don't be horrendous.
Here we go. Does the dog die? Yes. 11 votes. Is someone sexually assaulted? No. Does a pet die? No. I won't say that word so we don't get taken off of the wherever we're at. Is a child abused? No, not going to say that word. Not
Dude,
going to
by
say
the
that
way,
word.
You know how we love like specialized like SWAT teams and shit like that.
Like tag
in-
teams and
in
shit.
movies, like in movies, those scenes
Yes.
are always dope. Okay, so in this movie, the equivalent of that tactical strike team coming in are these like they're like animal control people, and it's like the way they have these guys lined up. It's almost like they're this tactical squad trying to catch dogs. It's this movie's crazy.
Wait, here's a good one. Does a cat die? There's 4 votes for no. The movie is not about cats. Thank you, person who took the time to vote on Does the Dog Die about White God.
Oh my god! But yeah,
Oh
don't let
my
it- I don't-
White
it
God.
doesn't- Yeah, I don't feel as though it doesn't feel it's not like it's crazy. We were just like the boys is fucking awesome, and it's like people just getting torn apart and tortured.
Yes.
This movie is not as bad as that shit. Let
Okay.
me
And
tell
I
you.
watched that for entertainments.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you're watching some guy's face get like when the what's her face's face peels off and it's hanging.
Oh yeah, Kamiko.
Yeah. It's like how come we're not like how come that
People
doesn't
are gonna
bother
think we're
us?
hating on Kamiko. We're not hating on Kamiko.
No,
I've
she's a
liked
cool character.
Kamiko
Yeah.
in other seasons. I just want them to give her something to fucking do.
It's like not every that's one thing that bothers me. It's like every personal connection has to be romantic. Why can't they just get along and be teammates?
Yeah,
It's like,
man.
who gives a shit about all this relationship crap?
Stop it. Gen Z doesn't even like sex. They don't like anything. They don't want to see people making out nothing. Everybody is an asexual being
Oh,
who
no,
wears
I
a
mean-
trash bag.
The Boys has plenty of graphic content.
They don't want
way.
that. Gen Z doesn't want that, Mark. They
wanna
want
see
that
this
shit
clone
to
guy
be
in a
pure.
circle.
I watch porn on my phone and I don't want to be embarrassed about it watching a movie.
Is that one of JFK's missing speeches?
That's one of Bill Burr's scenes from Unfrosted. I don't want you to see my porn on my phone.
He's just doing his Bill Burr bits, but in
It's just
this
Bill
movie
Burr
as
as JFK, yeah.
He has nothing to do with anything.
How they got, dude. Okay. All right, next for me, I
what
watched
were you gonna say?
I was just
Oh, you
gonna
were gonna get in trouble. Oh, he was gonna get in
I was
trouble.
gonna just trash Unfrosted more, but at this point, I think people get the point. Next
The
for me
next
is a
phone
new
message is gonna
movie.
Be from Seinfeld.
It's a new movie that I
Yo,
want to
hey,
recommend called The Last Stop in Yuma County.
Ah,
I watched this. It stars Richard Brake, Jim Cummings, who's a fucking genius, a few other fun familiar faces. Here's the deal. I say that cast list to you, listener, and it sounds like I'm talking about a horror movie. Like Barbara Crampton's in it too. It sounds like I'm talking about a new horror movie. Here's the thing, it's not a horror movie. It's just a well-drawn crime movie. You know what it kind of reminded me of a little bit? In terms of like, hey, it's an ensemble, it's this tight crime film. There's just like some stuff bubbling under the surface. It kind of reminded me a little of Bad Times at the El Royale. Remember that movie?
Oh yeah. It's
Good
like
fucking movie.
Single location, or what was it Firefight or something like that? It's one of those.
Oh, Free
single
Fire.
location-
Free Fire.
Yeah,
Free Fire is another one like that. And I love both of those movies. I love Free Fire. So this movie's right up my alley. If you like Free Fire and you like fucking Bad Times at the El Royale and you kind of like that like desert. This is what I was talking about to Mark. It reminds me of those like desert noirs from the 90s, like Red Rock West with Nick Cage, which is a great movie.
Oh shit, I gotta write.
And U-Turn with Sean Penn, directed by Oliver Stone. That's another good movie.
What was that Kurt Russell one with the truck driver?
Breakdown.
Breakdown. Yeah.
That's not really a desert noir. That's more just like a good suspense movie, but it does take place in the desert. No,
Wait,
these
what
are
was that
like
Nick Cage
desert
one you
noirs. Red Rock West is the movie I'm talking about. These are desert noirs where it is primarily about people and life and landscapes in the desert, and some neo-noirish shit goes down. They were very popular, like Friday Night Rental kind of movies. And this felt like it was a new take on that. It was like, I really like these desert noir movies. It's 2024. I'm just going to make a new one. It's just a well-drawn crime movie. Like, did you watch it?
I did, yeah.
What did you
That's
think?
why I said I'll save it for you to
Oh,
write,
yeah.
'cause
What did you think? Did you like it?
I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, it's very cool. You know me, I'm not a big single location fan, but I thought they
Yes.
did enough with it, and the characters were cool, and the story flowed really well. And it just like dials up in intensity as it goes on.
Yes.
And it does leave the diner a few times, so it doesn't feel very claustrophobic. It's a very bleak movie, so it kind of fell into my whole,
Oh, it came in your
bleak
bleak
marathon, yeah.
triple feature, kind of. It
So
is
it's
a
sort of-
bleak movie. You know what I liked a lot about it was like, I think some people will look at this and count it as a negative. Not for me. I think the first 40 minutes of this movie takes its time. And I think a
does,
lot
yeah.
of people would take that as a negative. Not for me, because what it's doing is it's being super careful to set you up for all this shit that's going to happen later, so that you can get all these characterizations, this relationship between this person, this relation, and how things are going to unfold. So then by the time the shit starts popping off, man, you are all the better for it, because it's all been beautifully staged and set up for you. And I just also loved the scenery and the actors so much that I didn't mind the movie taking its time. Like, I was like, yeah, it's a genteel roadside movie at a diner. I kind of get what they're going to go for. But that said, I was genuinely shocked by the last 20 minutes of the movie. And wait, you know what? Let me hit this fucking, because I do want to talk to Mark about this. Wait a minute. If you don't want spoilers for The Last Stop in Yuma County, we both highly recommend it. Go fucking watch it. It's a good fucking movie. The less you know, the better. Don't watch a goddamn trailer. Trailer spoils too much.
Yeah.
To Jeff's point earlier when he was talking about trailers. Dude, okay, so skip ahead if you don't want spoilers for the end of Last Stop at Yuma County. Dude,
It gets all like red wedding.
it does. And when Jim Cummings, who I fucking love Jim Cummings, he's from Wolf of Snow Hollow and Thunder Road, two fantastic movies. That guy has the potential and the propensity to get fucking weird when he's in a movie. And
Who
I
is he, by the
knew
way?
Jim Cummings,
Yeah, who is he in the movie?
he's the salesman.
Oh, okay, got it.
The minute I see that guy in a movie, because I've seen his other movies, I'm like, they're going to do something fucking weird with him. And this guy always goes weird. And I kept waiting, and I was like, maybe this is weird for him. He's just going to play the straight edge guy. Nope, I should have known. Some crazy shit was going to pop off in the diner, and then he makes, I would say in the span of 5 minutes, he makes like 3 life-ending decisions that will continue to haunt him through the end of the movie, to the point where, like, by the time he's on the run and his car's running out of gas and the fucking sheriff is trying to shoot him, and you're like, his life's over, dude. Everything is over just because he made the worst possible fucking decisions. Like when he blows up the fucking gas tanker
I know
to
that was
kill the
like,
cop, you're like, Jesus Christ.
did I tell you I had to rewind that scene because I was like, how did that happen? I couldn't.
Yes.
It just looked like it just blew up.
Well, briefly, he notices gas on the ground, and he starts to become very aware of it. And you're like, "There's no way he's gonna go for this. He's not that fucking evil." No, he's backed up into such a tight spot. He has no other option. Like, and I was surprised because it's a practical explosion. It looks really good.
Good, yeah.
I was just shocked that the movie was like, "Hey, that in and of itself, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it kind of feels." That almost feels like a cool artsy decision to be like, our movie is super straight ahead for the first 70 minutes, and the last 20 minutes it goes fucking off the rails, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, once he leaves the diner and decides to take the money, I had no idea where it was headed. Like, and the reveals, the baby in the car, the couple that shows up, like, it starts to pull together, and you're like, where the fuck is this going? And I say that as a compliment. Like, it truly shocked me.
Path.
Yes, and he chose every fucking bad decision you could make. The guy made it, and I loved it.
It's kind of, you know what it reminds me of too? It's like those super tense thrillers, like oh god damn it, why am I forgetting all these movies? These stupid
hardcore
drugs.
Breakdown
one with Adam Sandler with the diamonds.
Oh, Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems.
That's actually a good, that's a good point. Yeah.
It's like a slow buildup, but the payoff is so intense that like you kind of need it to ramp like that. Otherwise, everyone there would have heart palpitations.
Doesn't that movie kind of feel like, I coined a phrase for that, where like movies like that, like Uncut Gems, and I guess Last Stop in Yuma County, I like both movies. Doesn't it feel a little like anxiety porn? It's a little like,
yeah.
It's a way for you to vicariously live through someone else's bad decisions and their anxiety about them, but there's something kind of cathartic about it. Does that make sense?
It really makes you want, like, all these movies, I'm always like, come on, can we just let the guy get away with the money?
Just
Does
right.
Everything have to be a lesson on how thievery is
And
bad?
I thought for a hot second he was. I was like, this movie's so fucking brazen. It's going to reward Jim Cummings and let him leave with the loot. And I also loved that reveal that was the 4-letter word. Like, it was just like, it's a fucking good movie, man. Last Stop in Yuma County. I've been thinking about it since I watched it. I honestly might buy it.
I was surprised at how good it was, actually.
Yes.
Looking at the posters and it was 2023, and I had
you were
not
like,
really heard of it in like any. And like I said, usually I base stuff. If I hear it from my friends, that means it's something worth watching. And this one is sort of like, no one talked about it except for you. So if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have seen it. So I'm glad.
I just found it on a whim, dude. I was cruising. I was just cruising new releases, and I wanted to rent something. And I'll tell you this: I was gonna rent something else originally, and I'm gonna save it for next week because I haven't watched it yet, and I don't want to tease what this is. Maybe I'll tell you offline, so if you want to watch it, you can watch too.
I'm very curious now.
But I almost rented this, and I was like, no, let me hold on that. It seems like a little too weird. Like, I'm on cold medicine and shit. Like, I don't know if I have the attention span for that. So I was like, oh, look, Last Stop in Yuma County, it's a crime thing. This will be great. And I did make the mistake. I started to watch the trailer, because the trailer was auto-playing.
Oh,
and I made it through about 40 seconds of trailer, and I stopped, because I was like, I'm in. I don't want to know anymore. But I wish I hadn't seen even the setup. I wish I had gone in totally cold.
I'm telling you, that's why I know it sounds like I'm a prude and all, but there's something about experiencing a story and, like, you know, story beats that writers have set up with an audience for
it's so much more satisfying too. Like, for you to go in with that experience, I can see why you like actively seek that experience out. I get it. My thing is like, I'm like, sometimes life doesn't work out, and I've seen a trailer for the movie goddamn 6 times, and there's no way I'm not going to watch the movie. But sometimes you luck the fuck out and you don't see the trailer and you go in and you get a great movie. Because you were probably totally surprised then by every scene that was breaking out, right?
Like, I couldn't tell what was happening. So for me, it was like, it was even better. It's sort of like
Yes.
it basically, if you're watching a movie and it was spoiled for you, it kind of loses a star because you're losing the excitement of the
Yes. Or
moment.
you're waiting. For me,
Yeah.
my thing is like, I'm waiting. Okay, well, where's the shot of this I've seen?
Yeah.
Where's this scene going to fit in? I'm thinking with an editor's brain to go, well, where does
Yeah.
that slot in? Where does that slot in? Right? Instead of
It's
just
like your
enjoying the movie.
checklist starts to pop up in your head like, oh,
Yes.
done, done.
Yes.
Hey, they never played that scene in
And
Man
then,
in
oh,
Black.
so that's what I wanted to say. When I finished the movie, I went back and rewatched the trailer, and the trailer gives every fucking thing away, including
that's terrible.
that Jim Cummings walks with the money, which I don't know why you would do that. That
At
seems
that
trailer
point,
101
doesn't
to
it-
me. Like, you don't show the ending.
Doesn't that feel though? It's like once you see the entire movie in short form, it's like, why am I gonna watch the really
Yes.
long version?
Jess has said that to me. Like, we've watched trailers for things, and she's like, cool, I just saw that entire movie. She's like,
And
I
the
have
sad
no
thing is,
desire
it's
to see
like
that.
most of these trailers aren't faking you out either. It is what it is.
Yes.
I mean, it would be cool if they use that as a way of like, a couple trailers have. I don't have any recollection of them off the top of my head, but I've known a few trailers where it sets you up in one direction, and then before you know it, it's a completely different movie. And those are the trailers where you're like, oh, that was perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. As long as
Yes.
it doesn't set you in the wrong direction where you're like, I was expecting a comedy and it was just a drama.
Or like fun, speaking of your favorite movie, X and Pearl and Maxine, those Maxine trailers are doing a great job of just setting up the feel
Yeah.
and tone of that world and not giving anything away. Like it
Actually,
knows
that's the
already what
perfect
it's
way
doing.
to put it. It's just
Yeah.
setting up environment, and then you get airdropped.
Yeah,
into
to
it
me the
once you're
best
in the
trailers
theater.
are tone poems. They're like, here's the world you're going to enter. Here are some cool teasy glimpses of things, but when you see them together, they don't add up to anything. You have to see the movie to get the cipher to figure out what this is, right?
Dude. did you
Another movie
remember-
trailer that's doing that really well too is Longlegs, which I can't
Oh.
wait for.
Yeah, that one look good. But the other one I was gonna say is my favorite example, and it's pretty far back, is like that first Transformers teaser, where it's just those weird echoey sound effects,
Oh, I don't
and
remember
just
that.
these like Transformers like jumping out of the sand and like
It was like
stabbing people. Yeah. And then of course they always do like the spinning pentagon shot, and it's like,
in 2007, Paramount Pictures will present. Womp, 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 womp.
And then one, of course, sounds like a screeching eagle or something.
Yep, you gotta have like an animalistic one. You're like, is that a goddamn beast bot? Fucking Beast Wars? What is that? Fucking Beast Wars in here, man. Give me 2 for Beast Wars. I'll be here opening night for Beast Wars. Hey, the rest of mine are older movies. But I did want to highlight Last Stop in Yuma County because I think it's a new movie that is worth your time. And I'll do this. I usually don't like to do this, but I'll do this. I'm going to size up of the new movies I watched, Hitman,
Uh-oh.
Last Stop in Yuma County, and Unfrosted. I will put them in this order. If you watch any of those 3, Last Stop in Yuma County should be the number 1. Hitman, I would put it number 2. It is good. It's free if you have Netflix. And Unfrosted, I would avoid like the fucking plague. Mark, any other movies you want to talk about?
Shit, I have so many of them. Hold on, I'm looking through them right now to see how I can pare this down. Should I just run them off?
You can run them here if you want to take a
Or
moment
should I
to run
save them?
down. You could save them too because we're not going to do a Patreon this week. This is all one
Okay.
big show. I'll tell you this. Maybe this will get you thinking. I had a first time. These are always my favorite. I had a first time watch this week of an older movie. This is a movie that I went back, kind of like you're hidden, right? Like I discovered it. I've heard a ton about it, but I'd never seen it until this week. I finally watched WarGames with Matthew Broderick.
Oh shit!
Have you ever seen
I thought
WarGames?
I was bad at watching
Yeah,
movies.
that's like a bad blind spot, right? I finally
Is that the
watched
one where-
WarGames.
Would you like to play thermonuclear war?
Would you like to play a game? I loved it. WarGames is fucking awesome. I had a fucking blast watching it. You know what? I guess I always thought in my mind, and now I can say this. I always avoided it because I was like, oh, in my mind, I made up, oh, it's going to be like this tense chess match, like a Tom Clancy-esque movie where like a teenage hacker is in a game of wits with this supercomputer and the fate of the world rests on him sitting at a computer and pressing a key or something. I'm so fucking happy. WarGames is not that at all. If you were like me and you stupidly thought that's what it was, you're wrong. WarGames is like a crowd-pleasing caper. It's like a computer caper that the fucking star of the movie barely uses a computer. He's just like a fucking clever guy who has like a bag of tricks that he can use to get in and out of bad situations, and he happens to be playing a game with a computer, and the computer wants to blow up the world. It was great, dude. I loved it. And it was also cool to see Dabney Coleman rest in peace. Really fun movie, dude. I watched it on Max. Thumbs up.
Thumb vanished.
My thumb
You
vanished.
basically just held up a fist.
I held up a fist. I give WarGames one fist.
By the
'cause
way,
it punched out the other movies.
did it make you realize like that movies back then were a little bit more imaginative with storyline
Yes.
and characters?
And what their characters could do. Like in a movie today, if you made I was thinking about this. That's a great point. If you made WarGames today, Matthew Broderick's whole deal would only be computers and hacking, and that's all he does. He would fucking be hacking away, logging into the school computer. He's using Bitcoin or whatever computer shit they can throw at him, right? Here's the thing though. In the 80s, there were more to our main characters so that they could be like, yeah, he's good with computers, but he's good with computers because he's just a smart fucking guy. Well, what are some cool things we can do with that? Like, to me, the coolest shit he does in the movie has nothing to do with computers. Like, when he's in the military cell, the way he figures out how to, like, record the dial tone for the keypad so that he can use it to bust himself out, fucking genius. Like, and it shows you how to do it. Like, it was just like clever shit like that. Like, oh wow, you want to talk about? We talk about competence porn on the show a lot.
Oh yeah,
and watching super confident characters be super competent in what they do. I would put Matthew Broderick from WarGames in that competence section because he's super competent.
Now I kind of want to rewatch it. I think I've maybe saw it maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh,
but I
it's
remember
awesome, dude.
really loving it.
I'm not going to give away the other. He does so much other cool, like real world analog shit. It's just he uses a computer the way he uses other things. It's just to show you that he's a smart guy. That's all. It's fucking
That is
awesome,
cool.
man.
It's sort of like in The Edge, where it's just like a guy that's really smart in a situation.
That's his superpower. He's just a smart guy. That's it. And he knows he can apply that to any sequence or any scene that he's in. The fucking writers are like, oh, wait a minute. He's like a genius. Okay, well, how the fuck would he get out of here? And then he just does it. It's so good, man. There are so many other cool things, and because it's in the 80s, like, there's so much cool practical shit, and you could just see certain tropes come through. Like, when a chopper's flying through and it's flying low, you're like, are these people gonna die? Because there's no regulation. You know what I mean?
That just reminded me, in that movie, The Missing, there's this shot where Jack Lemmon walks out on his balcony and there's like a fucking huge helicopter just slowly going past his balcony.
Holy shit.
And the camera pans and then there's all these tanks on the road below just
Holy
going
shit.
through. And it made me realize like what we were saying about practical effects. It's like to get a dope shot, you actually just had to
You have to do it.
And because of that, they look so damn good.
And you had to have skilled people who could do all those things on command in sync with each other, right? That's what's crazy. It's not just do the thing. It's not just fly the helicopter. It's know the choreography, read the cues, and do it all with other people in one dance that we're going to do. That's fucking skill, man. Yeah.
Just the blocking on some of those shots is
There's some
nuts.
crazy shit in WarGames, like with timing, where I'm not going to say anything, but like, because I do think you'll get more out of it on a rewatch. But like, the way that the filmmakers use timing, the way that they figure out, it's almost blocked in that old school Spielberg way where it's like, okay, we're going to track this character from here to here to the stairwell to here to here. How are we going to show you that and make it real enough that he's hiding in plain sight? And it's fucking geniusly done. And the whole time, like, my balls were in my throat. I was just like, is this kid going to get caught or what? Like, and that's the crazy thing. It's so far removed from the main crux of the movie, which is the computer. The computer is its own thing, right? Him being caught and being repressed by the government and the military and them like sequestering him, it could have been its own movie. It's fucking crazy how good it is. It's on Max right now, and they have a really nice looking copy of it.
Is it like a 4K copy?
It looked a little 4K to me. It looked pretty good.
Okay, maybe I'll check that out.
So, Mark,
It's
what
cool.
else you got? You got a bunch of movies to run through.
I was just thinking, by the way, back to your hacker thing, in your example of a contemporary one, it would probably be like Hugh Jackman in Swordfish, where he's just like drinking wine and there's like techno music playing, and it's all like, it's not even like command line, it's just graphic user interface with some like 3D wireframe animation
With
on the
some crap
screens.
they made, or like the girl in Quantumania, where she's there like, I'm manipulating the hashtags to get the people, and then she goes to the Quantumania planet and she can use their technology because she's like a good computer person. You know what I mean? That's totally what it would be. It would be like, here she is manipulating real world events through X and Twitter while she goes to the Martian planet and knows how to use their computer, and because it's Marvel, everybody's got an earpiece and they're communicating with each other. Instead of being
the
like,
invisible earpiece.
yep, invisible earpiece. Instead of being like, oh, this character's super smart. Okay, well, what if they don't have a fucking computer? How do they get out of this?
Oh, actually, that just reminds me too. In The Boys, the new character is an extremely intelligent
Yes!
person, and she's
That-
just basically
yes!
using her wits to get around things.
That
which
was
is
so
actually
smart.
really
It was
fun
like,
to watch.
that came right after I watched WarGames. So it was like I watched a movie about a super smart character, and then they brought in Sister Sage in The Boys, who's almost like she's almost like Lex Luthor in a way, because she's like brilliant and she's a great strategist and she knows how to like juggle all these plates at the same time. But it was cool. I have never felt more inferior because I watched two things about super smart characters and I was like, I'm fucking dumb. Like, me as a person, I'm like, if I was sequestered in a military room, or if I had to play two superheroes against each other, I couldn't do that. I would love to say I could do that. I don't think I have the IQ to do that.
Man, I was watching some like motion graphics reels online, and I was like, God, I suck.
Right? Nothing
Ever
makes
just
you feel
watch, like,
shittier.
a master person do it? Not to use that word again, but like like a
Masterful.
master craftsman just create something or do something or just be intelligent, and you're like,
The
"God
only
damn,
master
ever-
you are is a masturbator.
Dude, I was watching this thing where it was like they were explaining how a CPU is made, and even though they explained it in simplistic detail, I just felt like, you know, one of those primates at the beginning of 2001 just like smashing bones as
Throwing
this
your own
fucking
shit.
monolith is just like standing in front of me. That's what that's what super complex important information is to me, just a big block of stone, and I'm just like a
You
fucking
couldn't
idiot
even-
staring into the void of intelligence. Like,
Oh my
"I'm
god, that's funny.
stupid."
They've like distilled it down for you, and it
It's
still
like-
doesn't
and then
register.
it's because it's like this multi-process thing where it's basically like building crystalline, and you're taking like these slices from silicon, and then you use like a photographic plate, and I'm just like,
Huh?
someone made this out of sand.
Do we have Oreos? Like,
This is how I look at porn.
exactly.
Some genius is like figuring out how to like get image from like a beach full of sand to like I can
And
see
you,
you now,
and you take that fucking
and I
technology
misuse it.
and you watch shitty movies and make fun of them.
And the things that I do watch that are good make me feel like shit.
Yes, they make you realize How inferior. Dude, I felt that watching WarGames and then watching Sister Sage. I was like, fuck, could I? Like, cause that's the thing. 360 days out of the year, you feel like a pretty smart guy because you're not really confronted by other smart people. But if you were, you would be like, God damn it.
Yeah,
Right?
I have some engineer and some I got some like really smart friends, and my cousin is super smart too. Every
See,
time I hang out with her, she's doing she's studying like brains and shit, and she's like taking slices from mice and like doing all this reprogramming shit, God knows what. And she hangs out with me, and I'm like, wow, she's hanging out with a complete dumbass. It's like the equivalent of like hanging out with a bug, and she's like could just squash me intellectually at any point, and she still hangs out with me, which is kind
you're
of
just a
cool.
lab rat for her to try things on. You have no idea you're part of a fucking long-running
She's so smart.
experiment.
I've been on like some like experimental drugs, and I probably don't even know
You
it.
don't even know. You have an ear growing in the center of your
Yeah.
back. You have no idea.
And then she's gonna come like a year from now and harvest it,
Yeah.
and she's gonna come and she's gonna like
You're like,
you
so
know, half
weird that
burn
you
and, like,
come
I need that ear
on
now.
these specific dates, and then you bring all these tools with you, and then a day later, I don't remember anything.
And I have an ear on my back.
I can hear things in my back.
Too bad I had Taco Bell. It's been really loud back there. It's like the one ear she grew off of me has tinnitus. From all the
Yep.
farts.
Yep, it can only hear like fart decibel things. That's just all it's used to, so it's hearing it's blown out. This ear's been
She's
under
like
a
a
lot of
superhero
stress.
that's super attuned to just farts, because that's what it's been like
This
listening
ear
to for like years.
can decode rippling sounds like flatulence. It's got the ear for it. That's what it is.
You know what? My cousin, though, she's so smart, she'd be like, and this is how we found the new encryption, because farts are never the same. So if we took that formula and used it to create an encryption code, and I would just be like, wasn't the fart funny, though?
Dude,
Like a big
when you
idiot.
sometimes when I watch The Edge, which is one of my favorite movies, and I see the cleverness on display of Anthony Hopkins, I do feel a little inferior.
Dude, I'm such a narcissist that somehow I'm like, I would totally do what he
You're
did.
like, I could
But the
do
reality is, the first step out of the airplane, I would have like fucking fractured my ankle, face planted into a bear trap, and I would have been dead within like
Yeah, the
first
bear
day.
would have set the trap for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it laughs. It's like the goddamn gopher in Caddyshack. It's got to fucking laugh and dances around and shit.
While eating me from the feet up as I scream in pain, like, ah!
You're like, it's okay. You know what I thought? I was like, it's okay, Matt. You're good at other things. Like, you're just not a genius level intellect.
Man, I was
person.
trying to think of like, what am I good at? And I was like, shit.
Oh man, don't even go down that rabbit hole, because then
Like,
you'll start to
I'm
doubt
useless
everything.
to
I'm like, well, I'm a
society,
pretty
man.
decent cook, and I'm like, well, I'm not that good a cook.
Like, I just watched The Bear. This guy made a whole restaurant.
This
I
guy
fucking
made a whole
suck.
restaurant. I can't even make a Chicago dog.
Dude, you know what? I was watching the Tournament of Champions, and it's like they get 30 minutes. They change the formula. This is another thing I'll rec. Go watch this shit. It's awesome. Anyway, but they change the formula, so they get 30 minutes to make a dish for basically they make 4 dishes. Like, I guess 1's to test and 3's for the judges.
Oh,
but
okay. Yeah.
4 full dishes, complete meals.
Jesus.
30 minutes. They have to, like, from ideation to completion is 30 minutes. And they do it. And then meanwhile, I was trying to make myself a fucking espresso, and it took me 15 minutes.
Don't you have a machine that makes it for you?
Yeah, I know, but I have a manual machine. But
Oh,
anyway,
I see,
it
I
took
see.
me 15 minutes to do that, and then an
I
extra
thought
5
you were
minutes
like
to make eggs.
I thought you were like agonizing over an espresso machine where you pushed one button.
Oh no, that would be like 5 minutes. But even so, that like some cook that's like, most of his meal is prepped right there.
Dude, don't feel bad. I got a couple months ago, I got really into this idea that I wanted to like learn how to fold an omelet correctly.
Oh,
Because I was like, every time I try to make an omelet, I always wound up making a scramble. Like, I fuck up. And one magical time I did it, and it was sheer luck. Like, It's like that thing where you see a guy who has no business playing basketball. He makes like a half-court shot. Like, that guy will never do that again. You saw the one time he did it, right? Okay, similar deal. No one was around to witness it, though, which sucked. But, like, I managed to do a perfect fold on an omelet. And I was like, oh, shit. So then I got all cocky in my own head about it. I was like, I can do this shit anytime. And guess the fuck what, Mark? I can't. I've even
that
watched
sucks.
tutorials on YouTube while I'm futzing with eggs. And I cannot get the fucking fold right without it breaking.
Dude, I've been trying to do like espresso art for like 3 years now.
And it doesn't work.
Like sometimes I get
That
it.
shit is hard though, man.
But I'll get it once, and that gives me a confidence boost.
That's what I'm talking
and
about,
then,
yep.
like 5 months in a row. Of
That's
just
your
complete
half-court shot. You
fucking
used
garbage.
up all the luck and power in that one moment. Now you can't cash it in again for years.
And the thing is, like, you're so excited about it, you share it with other people, and then
Yep.
and then you're like, okay, I'll just make it. And then that next
Then people
time,
get
it's
hyped up
the
and they're like,
worst.
ooh, I've seen your pictures and you can make the latte art. Hey, Mark, we're going to come over. We want you to make us some fancy lattes. And you're like, oh, fuck.
Oh, it would totally not be good. It would be disgusting. It would be either really cold for some odd reason, even though I heated up everything. Like
You
the
managed to
grain
make the
size
first
wouldn't
cold
match
espresso
anymore.
in a hot
Yeah,
machine.
It's terrible.
Don't feel bad. I can't fold an egg. It's impossible. You can't do it. I've just
I know,
given up
that's
now.
why-
I'm like, we're a house of scrambles. We only do scrambles. I cannot do the omelet. If I want an omelet, I have to go to a restaurant.
It's crazy though, but when you see them make it because they're so skilled, it just makes it look effortless. And then
Yes.
I try it, and it's just the egg. It tears in half. It's never
Yep.
cooked properly.
Yep.
It's like super raw, and it just turns into this mush pile.
You're like, yep, that's what I'm eating, I guess. This is it. Mark,
And
speaking
also
of
you're-
mush
you're
piles,
super angry too because it fucked up.
because it fucked up and you dedicated your whole morning to making this thing. You made a big deal about it and you had an appetite when you started and now you don't.
Yeah. Oh man, that's
Mark, speaking of the mush pile, what other movies you got going on?
shit, I guess that's it.
That's it for
me.
you, buddy?
I'll save the other ones. There's just two. There's like 5.
Yeah, maybe
now.
I'll save my other ones for next time around.
Just in case I go through a dry period, at least I'll have these 5 movies.
Yes. So there you go. We want to thank everybody for joining us for this Crossing the Streams, a free-flowing jazz exploration of us streaming some movies and shows.
Wow, that was like the NPR version of our show.
It was. White God is brought to you by 365 brand orange juice and
Oh, wait, let me do the nose sniff.
Whole Foods.
Don't they like breathe into?
They
like, it's
breathe
like
right
their
into the
nose
goddamn
is-
mic.
nose
Or
is
if
just
or if somebody has a
resting right on top.
mustache, it fucking bristles against the mic. And you're like, can you get some fucking mic distance, please? Jesus. I can't hate on 365 though. I like to mock them, but I have 365 products. I'm drinking their fucking black tea right now. That shit is legit.
Is that the Whole Foods brand?
Yeah, man. Unsweetened black tea that you can put in the fridge. It's my shit. I love it. Double up the caffeine, no sugar. It tastes like sink water, but I'm used to it now.
Wait, you can drink it that late?
Yeah, man.
Damn.
I'm cool as long as I don't cross the 9 p.m. threshold.
Wow, you're better than me then. Shit, if I go over 2 o'clock, I'm screwed.
You're fucked. Yeah. I can have a little bit. I started this one early. I've also been sipping on this one, but I started this one around like, I want to say 3:30. And it's been going for about 3 hours.
Dang.
I nurse it. I nurse that
A
shit.
3-hour drink. That's crazy.
Dude, 365, I also eat their popcorn in a bag that's like pre-popped. That shit is so good. The olive oil popcorn.
Do you like the smart popcorn? Like the white cheddar smart popcorn?
Yeah, oh yeah, man.
That shit is
I'll get
good.
real experimental with those flavors. I like the fucking weird ones, the spicy ones, the cheesy ones.
Dude,
we have
that
we have a
flaming hot
brand right
one is
now that is
insane.
the flavor is watermelon hibiscus. I haven't tried it yet. There's no way it's gonna be good though.
What is it for?
It's popcorn, watermelon hibiscus flavored pre-popped
I thought
popcorn.
that was like one of your green tea collections or something.
No, man. No. I've been drinking a lot of black tea lately and enjoying it. Earl Grey, unsweetened black tea. I drink all old man shit now because I can't drink fucking coffee. I used to drink a lot of coffee. I can't drink coffee anymore.
Is it too acidic?
It's too acidic, dude. It'll fuck me up for days. I'll have to I'm already on Tums and shit. I'm like, I can't fucking have it.
Oh, that makes me worried because I'm like pounding a double.
You
shot
pound
of
coffee?
espresso
Yeah, I
every
used to do
morning.
that. I used to have like 2 coffees in the morning and a coffee in the afternoon. It was like a nice break for me. I did that for about 10 years, and then one day I couldn't do it anymore.
Dang.
Yeah, dude.
That is a lot of coffee, though.
It's a lot of coffee. I've enjoyed coffee. I miss coffee, but I don't feel bad. Like, I had my coffee time in the sun. It was lovely. We had a whole love affair. It's over. There's not going to be a part 2, and I can live with that. It's fine. I'm just a tea guy. That's what I do now.
That sounded so sad.
It is. I will tell
just
you,
a
it's
filthy
fucking
tea
sad.
guy
I'm
now.
just a filthy teetotaler.
Oh, you could be part of the terribly
The
thirsty for tea triumvirate.
The terrible tea triumvirate. That's the club I'm in. Johnny Depp is a talking Bible. I eat watermelon hibiscus popcorn.
That sounds like someone who's given up.
It does feel
It
like
has
that.
to be
It
flaming
feels like
hot,
that.
dude. Or the Doritos.
Or
flavored
double
one.
extreme flaming hot. And now
Yeah,
you know there's like
or
more than
burger.
flaming hot. Like if you go, there's a Cheetos bag that's black, or it has like a black. There's a black sash on a Cheetos bag. I thought it was a misprint, but it's like 2 times 2x flaming hot Cheetos. You know what I'm talking
Did
about?
you try it?
Wait. Flaming hot. I'm gonna show you this, dude. Cheetos.
It's like a bag of those one chip challenge things.
2x.
My mouth is burning.
Here we go. I found it. Mark, you haven't had flamin' hot Cheetos
No,
until you've
no.
had double extra flamin' hot crunchy
Wait, what
and
is
it's got
it
a
with
black
people
thing on a bag.
wanting to like blow their assholes out with all this spicy stuff?
Here's my thing, is that eventually, to me at least, your taste buds are so blown that all these flamin' hot things all taste the same. They all taste like tangy, powdery, lemony
Vinegary.
heat. That's it. It's the same fucking flavor. It's not like there's a vinegar heat or a sweet heat. They all have the same fucking flavor. I don't mean to generalize, but it's true. But
I
I've
can
heard
see what
these
you're
the
talking
twice as
about.
hots are the ones if you're a spice guy. You
Well,
gotta
here's
try
the
'em.
thing: is like the flamin' hot smart popcorn. It is difficult for me to even eat like a handful or two.
Jesus.
It's so hot.
Are
So
you
I
a guy
can't
that
even-
eats
I can't handle
Takis
that.
and stuff? You eat Takis or
They're a
Pakis or
bit
whatever
too-
those are?
The Takis that I had were too sweet. I like it to be more on the savory side.
You try those
So-
blue Takis?
I haven't tried those. I don't think. Have I?
The blue Takis, baby. Blue Takis. Blue heat. That's what it's called.
Anything that's that blue, though, I feel is really bad for my body.
Oh, it's definitely not good for your colon
Look
at
at
all.
that. That is like radioactive blue.
Remix your snack game with an electrifying blue color that will boldly fire up your taste buds and
And
singe
give
your
you mouth
asshole.
cancer.
You'll be screaming to tacky away the pain, Jesus, please.
Oh, God. Excuse me.
Jesus Christ.
My throat is so itchy.
Oh, God. All right. Maybe that's a good place for us to stop. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. The Matt and Mark Movie Show. We'll see you guys next time. We're out of here. Peace.